Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Inscryption, which I am approaching with some trepidation. I really request that people not spoil things for me, but I have had somebody reached out and was like, hey, I just want to give you like a really oblique warning, and they didn't spoil anything, but the warning concerned me a little bit. Is this... Okay, it didn't save after we grabbed the figurine. Okay, yeah, get up and fetch it. Yeah. No problem. Easy. No, I said the candle is out. I am exerting control over my surroundings. From the side, the book kind of looks like there's a little bit of like the suggestion of a chainsaw blade here. For a moment, I was like, aha, freedom. Also, why is this... there's like an emerald embedded in this, or... Okay. Let us continue. Yes, let us. Can I look at my deck right now? I don't know what my deck actually looks like at the moment. Is it back to the starting state, or... The unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. That seems actually very useful. The nefarious rattler, a brittle creature, once past its monstrous fangs. Bone times 6. Jeez. The meager coyote. But what did you expect for only 4 bones? Well... I think it's actually a pretty interesting choice, honestly. It's not super easy to cycle bones. I'm just thinking about using the cockroach in sort of the same way that we use the cat, right? 4 bones is a lot. Probably you will not be able to use the cockroach to summon and then replay it more than like once per battle. Is that a good enough reason? Like, tempo is pretty important in this game. Is that a good enough reason to take it over a 3-1? I think it might be. I'm gonna try it. You know, you're free to get up again. To keep your blood flowing. Yes, it sure would be a shame if my blood stopped flowing. I mean, he's telling us to, right? I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off my possessions. I'm just kind of curious if anything in the room changed, because like he's basically telling us to get up, right? Wait, is there? Huh. I'm not really sure what this is. What is coming out of here? Can I play with the other figurines? No. There's something in the safe that like obviously wants out. I'm sure he would have a reaction to me attempting to brute force the combination to this safe, right? It's probably not a great idea. I totally get it, though. Listen, when you're DMing, especially if you have a very improvisational DMing style, sometimes it's really nice to just have an extra moment. There are times, if you're one of my players, stop listening. There are times when I'm like sort of moving stuff around behind the walls and figuring stuff out where I'll just be like, hey, make a will save. Just to buy myself a moment to get things in place and figure out what the NPC is going to say next. And then whenever they roll on the will save, go, what's your bonus? Okay, yeah. And they say, so what happens? And you go, just don't worry about it. I wouldn't think about it again. You're fine. Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleating. It's important that you really sound out those consonants with this one. Okay, so the black goat bleeds real good. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. I mean, that seems very powerful, right? That said, we're only playing to 5, so being able to double pliers also seems like it could win you a game in a lot of circumstances. Let's take the scissors. The scissors seem very, very powerful. Feeling overburdened enough with a full 3 items, you carried on. Okay. So I have... Right, we have a slightly modified deck from the first time because we do have the bullfrog, but it's not exactly the same because, like, our stoat doesn't have flying, right? Alright, so you're about to play a couple of coyotes. You don't even need bones because you have no regard for the rules of this game. So we bullfrog. But it doesn't really make sense to bullfrog in front of one of the coyotes. We just bullfrog in the space that the squirrel's in now, I guess. That's a big... Do you want to do something about the... Huh. Okay. You know, it's scary. It's got to be scary. I guess there's something of a question here of, like... Is it better to just break the squirrel in the bottle, throw down a wolf right now in one of the opposed lanes, and just race him out? Because we could totally do that. I'm going to do that. Since we're at our item cap anyway. And then next turn, we sacrifice a squirrel to play a bullfrog, opposing one of his lanes. That almost puts us in... I mean, we just play the possum now. No, what am I talking about? Yeah, I just play the possum now. Again, unopposed. Yeah. That's like an extraordinary amount of damage right off. And then, yeah, he evens it up, but like... We have a good situation here, I think. So... Squirrel... Okay. We don't actually have to do anything at all. But if I had drawn the stoat, I was gonna potentially sacrifice for him, because I do feel bad. I feel like we've not necessarily played the stoat as fair as he deserves. How brutal of you. It is interesting that there's overflow, that like it doesn't just lay them here, it's got a separate overflow area. I wonder if these are being counted in some way. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in your spoils. Okay. Well, I reckon we'll meet the trapper eventually. The pernicious vulture, a tyrant of the skies. That's a pretty good card. Yeah. Right? This card's bananas. And that is what I look like. It's incredible that they managed to get that. Do you, the trapper. It just occurred to me. You reckon something terrible is going to happen to me if my card dies, right? So, like, it's gotta be. So, we did free up an item slot. We could do some combining, but I'm trying to think of, like, we don't really have a lot of useful sigils. I'm wondering if it even makes sense to do this. We could move the cockroach sigil onto something else. Potentially. That would be cool. Yeah, but items are super powerful. Let's go get an item. A rock may get you out of a hard place. Some bone tokens for a rainy night. Boy, four extra bones just out of nowhere. Like a free summon of a bone creature is definitely interesting. I kind of want to take the pliers. It's not wrong though. Boulder's a big deal. I'm gonna take the pliers, even though they are deeply unpleasant to use. It's very powerful to be able to weight the scales that much. Are you smart or something? Me usually doesn't even bother teaching. He usually doesn't even bother teaching about bones. All right, here's a tip. I saw a past victim writing a passcode in the rule book. Oh, there is something in the rule book. I knew there'd be something in the rule book. Okay, wolf cub incoming. Let's just have a quick look. Well, that looks like a 273 next to the symbol representing the safe wheel. So, not exactly rocket surgery. Okay, it's nice that the book just opened to that page. Very convenient. So... I wanted to try to get a closer look at their hand. I mean, yeah, we just play the stoat, right? And then we can possum... I don't necessarily have the bones. I won't have a way to lose another creature. Yeah, that's maybe a problem. I was thinking we could just possum here and take out the wolf cub before it becomes a proper wolf. But maybe not so easy. Maybe I just... But I don't want to just not play my stoat. Like, let's get the stoat down. It's good to make damage. Total misplay. Thank you. Who made... We have no reason to think that this stoat knows anything about this game. An alpha? What is your deal? Ah. Neat. So... We're looking to draw something. Yeah, I'm definitely going to burn this. I'm definitely going to burn this stoat in my own name, and I apologize there, friend, but I need an extra bone to make my possum happen so that this wolf cub gets dealt with. Wow, seriously? Yeah, pretty seriously, actually. I think it is, in fact, a really good play. Okay, so we just win, right? At this point, it doesn't really matter. Let's put down a squirrel to play blocks. But like... Alright, out here drawing blood. I guess that's true. Overkill is a thing. I maybe could have generated an extra point of damage there. Gotta remember the overkill. You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. Care to look at me pelts? I love the idea of the squeaky guy doing a big voice. Take a pelt, free of charge. Okay. See the quality? You're leaving already. I didn't mean to. I was trying to click on the pelt to see the quality. Please, consider me pelts. I was just trying to... Okay. So I have... What even is this, though, from a gameplay perspective? Thanks for your business. The man assured you of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight. But he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them. Ah, okay. I was going to say, this looks like a card that doesn't do anything, and that makes me not want it very badly. So, like, I'm allowed to get up whenever. And I've been warned to keep my hands off the possessions. Like, what happens if I just, at this moment, just go and put the thing in? Should we try to wait for some time when our friend is not in the room to mess with the safe? Or... It feels like it would be very dangerous to do the thing now. We are certainly being watched, right? I'm gonna stay on the game. We know the code. We'll see. So, we have full items already. I guess let's just take an event. I don't know what the hell that is. A group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire. Okay, so it's not like a random event. It's always this thing. There is room for a creature around the fire, one said. The warmth will enhance its power. Yep, and they all licking their lips and being creepy. Okay. Stoat doesn't want to go. What if I'm just, like, constantly openly antagonistic toward the Stoat, though? What if we never, ever get along? Looking at this and trying to figure, like, who is... what card makes the most sense? Putting it on me makes a lot of sense, but I have concern. I am concerned. Plus, you know, it's probably a good idea to sort of, like, spread things out a little bit. It's easy enough to get the possum down. Let's buff up... I think buffing up the little creatures makes more sense. The power of the possum was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew. I wonder how many times we're going to be allowed to get away with that before something really awful happens. Ah. Ever look in the rulebook? There's definitely passcodes scrawled in there. I wish it spoke a little bit faster. They were looking up the bullfrog sigil. No, I saw it. I got it, friend. Okay, so all of the birds are going to move to the right. And this rabbit pelt is just like a dead card in my hand, right? So, I mean, it feels to me like I want to just establish the me card right away. But the question is, do I put it down over here and have it, like, slowly eat the birds? Or do I put it down over here and just get through for 2 over and over again? I think I'm gonna sort of kind of play defense. And this rabbit pelt does nothing. It's got a health. I suppose I could use it. Yeah, I could use it for health in desperation. Okay. Probably want a squirrel. I probably just want to play my Stoat. Nope, cannot interact with the big scary spider. I'm debating here, like, I'm trying to think a turn or two ahead, like how many pliers do I want to use? I'm gonna play squirrel. We're gonna Stoat eating the squirrel. And I'm gonna put the Stoat down. I don't exactly know where this thing's gonna go is part of the problem. I assume they'll just play it to here, just like the nearest space. So there's something to be said for just put the Stoat down here. I don't know. You can kill this sparrow. Fine. Eventually. All right, flying creatures just fly past each other in this. Okay. These rules are not exactly the sort of thing I'm used to. And so flying creatures do block, or creatures that are on the table do block things in front of them. My poor Stoat is actually in a really awkward spot now. And we can play the wolf off of Stoat plus squirrel next turn if we want. I could just cut something up here. Well, okay, right now if I did double tooth pull, we just win. Obviously, like, to some extent, you want to try to save these items for difficult battles, but the low item capacity means you probably want to be spending a lot. And a double tooth pull is just the game. But we have a real fight after this, too. So I do 3. Cracks back for 4. Then... Or no, sorry. I take 3, the stoat takes 2. And then on my next turn... Honestly, I think if we don't just win right now, this is going to get out of my control pretty quickly. I'm going to do it. Sorry, everybody. I do apologize. And in that everybody, I do include myself, in case you were wondering. Ugh. Why is it always dental stuff with video games lately? Okay. What's this? You encountered a small outpost in the woods, tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper had mentioned. Her appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offerings. Do you mind if I examine those pelts of yours? I like to imagine these very bad at voice work. Let's start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. I can trade you any of these. Take your time. Well... I do feel like we need more single sacrifice cards in our deck, and actually the Wolf Cub's, like, just pretty good. What does the Beehive do? Rules. Oh, no, okay, I can right-click on the... Nope, I cannot right-click on it now. Rules. What is the... Yes, thank you, I know. What does that symbol mean? Where's the one that looks like a beehive? Unkillable, Waterborne, the Bone King. Good fun. Fecundity. We know Burrower. Boy, there's a lot. Okay, bee is within. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. One power, 1 health, airborne. No cost, it seems like. That's interesting. Beehive potentially becomes 2 bees. I wonder if bees give you bones when they die? Because if so, that seems like a pretty reasonable engine. But of course you gotta, like, the enemy's gotta come to you for that. I think I'm just gonna take the Wolf Cub. I think I like the Wolf Cub quite a bit. These pelts are most excellent. My thanks. Okay, so who wants to trade off a sigil? Probably the cockroach. Feels like it's probably the cockroach. Yeah. It's me. Yeah, do you want to become undying? It's not terrible, actually. Actually, it's pretty good. I am here operating under the assumption that a card can only have 1 sigil at a time, based on the fact that there's only room for 1. Alright, Prospector time? Wait. My boss battles are high-stakes tests of your aptitude. With 1 flame, you will either overcome them or die. Fear not, I will let you keep the smoke. Okay. Yep, the incessant clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. Yep. Yeehaw. Okay. So, the smoke. Ah, the smoke is a Bone King. So killing the pack mule is very important. Boy, how do I want to do this? So play the smoke in front of the coyote. And then squirrel into bullfrog. Yeah, this should be fine. No, squirrel into my death card. My death card's not going to do any damage to the mule, but we can eat the mule. It's fine. We'll get there. My death card's very good. Feels like I should definitely use that. What if I just cut up the pack mule with the swords? So many bones. Yep, that smoke is full of bones. Okay, wolf's an interesting draw. Not really what I was hoping for, if I'm honest. I may possum into bullfrog in front of the, I mean, I guess there's no reason to do that. I should leave the possum. And then next turn we draw squirrel and feed possum plus squirrel to the wolf. Yeah, that should be okay. And we still have our scissors if we need them. For the moment, I think we're fine. That adder's gonna break the boulder, which is annoying. But yeah, I think... Boy, what if I do just cut up the mule right now, though? So I'm gonna have you on... No, wait, we're totally just gonna win this, aren't we? Because he's not gonna be able to block my death card. Yeah, I think I've just already won. So... Squirrel... Yeah, and then, I don't know, like, I'll... Even saying that we, like... This is the right setup for the long term, but also there is no long term. My death card is wildly overpowered. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. Okay. There's gold in them cards. Ow! Gold! I've struck gold! Okay, well... We're cutting, right? Like... Okay, Wolf Cub. So that Bloodhound is a 2/3. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, this moves. Okay. So establishing the Wolf Cub. Oh, the gold nuggets can't be sacrificed. I did not realize that. What? What? Well, hold on. That's fun. Yeah, that, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of things about how this is going have caught me off guard. Stupid gold nuggets. Okay, well then I guess I don't do anything. Gold nuggets can't be sacrificed. They do have bones in them, though. So what's left in here is the stoat. Stoat the Undying. Well, I mean, like, I need squirrel. Right. This does suck, though. And then I think we do... feed. Right, I think I bullfrog here. Get 1 damage on the Bloodhound, it eats the bullfrog, and then... Yeah, I think we have to start working through it. But yeah, I got sort of caught off guard there. I could just cut the Bloodhound up, I suppose. Start working on his health. Maybe I have to, honestly. We're getting a little behind. If I had thought about that, if I had realized that that was what I was going to do, I would definitely have played the Wolf Cub instead of the Bullfrog. I should, like, have plans and stuff, you know, when I'm going to do things. So, our friend here is going to continue playing cards. I am going to have to, like... If I play Wolf Cub here, we end up 2. Or up 3, right? Because we went up 1 from the Bullfrog. So this does not get us closer to killing the pack mule, but I think we can win around it, probably. So you play the adder. Adder kills the gold nugget. Oh, then the pack wheel turns around and moves the other way. Prospector boss again. Yeah, I don't like it either. Well then, maybe here I just chomp the bullfrog. So right now it's going to be 1 damage. Well, I guess there's no reason really to chomp the bullfrog. Yeah, we trade this point of damage back and forth. The mule takes a bunch and then moves out of the way. Okay, you have your own wolf cub. I have squirrel. And in theory, here we just win. Keep me alive. Listen, I'm putting that responsibility on you, my friend. Okay. Am I good? Do we win? Okay. The stoat on the other side gets us an extra point of overkill, but I was concerned there might be more shenanigans, so I was like, let's just keep the board under control. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. Well, lucky me. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. Choose carefully. The prudent pack rat. Never doubt the utility of a well-stocked pack. Is that just get item? Can I rulebook while we're... No, I apparently cannot. A largely unimpressive specimen, the strange larva. What does it turn into? Okay, it doesn't tell me. And this one, it will not... Okay, I can right-click on the sigil itself, not on the card in general. You'll receive a random item. That seems like it could be very powerful. 2 sacrifices, like it's awkward to get them on the table, but... The uninspiring Geck. Perhaps you can find a use for it. It is uninspiring. You're right. I'm really curious what the strange larva turns into. I kind of think maybe we gotta take strange larva because of that. But that pack rat thing would be really cool. Let's take the strange larva. I gotta know. I just gotta know. It looks like it has the type indicator for bird on it. I'm pretty sure that sort of like desaturated symbol at the top left of the card is a creature type. As we saw that our opponent here had a thing that buffed all of their canine cards in that one game. So I'm assuming it turns into some kind of flying creature. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onward. The rank smell of rot and mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip or slither. You tread cautiously into the wetlands. Okay, I'm pretty sure I want to go to Item Town here, but I also kind of want to just go open the safe now. Like, right now, he's relatively impressed with us. He just said, I won't be killing you yet. Right? They just said that. Let's see. Let's see if they stick to it. It's so weird to do this while they're just sitting here and watching, though. How does one... Where's the latch? How does one actually operate this door? No, darn it. There doesn't seem to be a... Okay. Maybe I just leave it? I really thought that was gonna do something. Oh, let me... Rulebook me. Please? Hold on. Let me... If I do this. Okay, rulebook. 7-3. 2-7-3. That's gonna be your problem right there. A stink bug and a key. Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape that iron crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunted wolf? This madness must end. Put that away. No, keep it. We're just gonna back up. I got this key, and you're just gonna let me wander around and... I mean, doesn't seem to be trying to stop me. It's probably the key for this and not the key for the door, right? Oh. This is a whole other... Huh. Okay, so I mean, clearly we're representing game states here, but like... So I press this, like that tries to move forward and then nothing happens. I'm not really sure what we're looking at here yet. Right, so that's... Is it just trying to... So the scale's like the life counter, right? So it's just trying to get me to deal damage, but there's not enough damage in this puzzle to Oh wait, hold on. How come sometimes I can slide them down and sometimes... Oh, I see. It depends which side of the button I'm on. I thought the two pieces that were at the top were stuck on the top side. So then this is good, right? Got ourselves a skink. I forgot that I had put that there. Very well. You may add it to your deck, and I'll deal you one every so often. Okay. Well, that's straightforward enough. So... How would we deal 5 damage here? I don't know what this symbol means. Hold on. The one with the tail. Tidal Lock Moonstrike? What? Okay. Apparently some of these cards are going to get a little bit more impressive than the ones that we've been seeing. And also there's all kinds of... Yeah. Let's go the other way. We definitely had seen the rules page with the tail thing on it, and I just didn't actually read it. Loose tail. When a card bearing this sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. Okay. So is this going to be one that has multiple turns, or... So what happens if I hit it now? Nothing. Okay. Ah, that one actually is locked in place. So if we move this to here, we get a 3. So that doesn't help at all. This is 5, right? Wait, 2. I'm not clear why that's 2. This damage isn't happening, I guess? Yeah, it's just not counting this one. But this thing is in the to be played position. It's not actually... Very strange. Oh. Do the attacks occur in order? I'm wondering if it's... This thing's getting hit, it's moving to the right, and it's absorbing that attack. I kind of thought all combat was resolved simultaneously. We've not really seen anything to the contrary, but I guess there's not really been a situation where it would have mattered yet. Yeah, okay. So attacks are resolved sequentially from left to right is a thing that we just learned. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well, I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challengers. Okay, we're really jamming a lot of extra stuff into the deck, which is maybe not actually great. But I do like solving puzzles, so... okay, hold on a second. I need to go look at the ants thing. Nope, that's the wrong way. When a card bearing this sigil is played, an ant is created in your hand. Is that it? So that would not seem to be relevant, is the thing. So... it deals damage. Maybe this is like power equal to the number of things you control that have this symbol on them. Yeah. Okay, so how do we get... So we have a flyer here. This is enough. And this should work, right? This attack doesn't, I think isn't going to move the Gek at all. And then this attack is going to have this thing move here, but we fly over it. And then this attack gets through for 3. Yeah. Curious. That is curious. That card seems not that great. And it doesn't have any sigils on it. Okay, whatever. Okay. Symbols that I don't know. Bifurcation and one sweet morning. One bright day. We definitely saw the bifurcation thing several times. I don't know about that sun thing, though. Okay, we managed to move through to the items. Sharp quills. Okay, that's pretty whatever. What about the bifurcation? Card bearing the sigil will strike each opposing space to the left and the right of the space across from it, but not in the space across from it, I'm assuming. So... okay, so this thing's going to get hit, and as such, it's going to run to the right and block unless there's a thing there blocking already. Boy, how are you going to do 5 here? So what happens when this attack occurs? What's going to happen to the... okay, why was that 2? This one gets through. Does this deal 1 damage to the player in this circumstance? And then hit this thing once? Then we get 1 damage. This bifurcated attack deals 1 damage here. 1 damage to this thing, presumably, because it can't just leave a tail and run. And then, unfortunately, that means that the wolf gets blocked. So, how would I... okay, if I move this up here, does this allow the wolf's damage through? It does. Okay. So the left attack from this thing kills it. The right attack then doesn't occur. How am I going to get 2 more damage is then the big question. I guess... but this isn't 2 damage. We would have seen a 4 if this thing dealt damage to players directly, right? Oh. Oh, no, because it was dying on its leftmost strike. Right. Without having met her, this wood carving is meaningless. But it is an adorable rat, which is all I really need from it. In time, you will understand its power. I feel like I understand its power now. It's an adorable rat. Still no idea what to do with this. I'm assuming that this will like do something for us if we create exactly this board state, which unfortunately is going to require me to get a mantis. But okay, we did something there. We got a whole bunch of cards that I'm not 100% sure that we actually want, because now our deck's going to be really weird and unpredictable. But I think this is maybe where we're going to call this episode. I think I've made a lot of progress. The Prospector's down. We broke into a lot of stuff and proved that the scary eyes are not just going to murder us for laying hand to their things, even though they kind of implied that they might. Basically, I'm just feeling really in control. So come back next time to see that get horribly turned on its head, I'm sure. And we'll see you then. Wait, hold on. I did my whole intro, but then I hit escape, and it said last saved 11 minutes ago. So I think we need to do something in the game to get the game to save, and then let's do a thing on the map and see if that creates a save. So I guess it doesn't save when you like do stuff in the room, which is weird because we solved a lot of puzzles. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. A strange beast lurked within. It spoke, "Pass one of my trials and I will be yours." In a raspy... I didn't do it in a raspy voice. I'm already kind of doing a raspy voice now. Okay. 3 creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide your success or failure. It spoke again. But first you will choose a trial. First I will choose a trial. The trial of wisdom. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 3 sigils among them to pass. The trial of power. The 3 drawn cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. And the trial of blood. The 3 drawn cards must cost at least 4 blood combined to pass. I feel like our deck's pretty well set up for this one. Let the trial of power begin. Okay, Caged Wolf, you scared me. 0 from the Caged Wolf, 3 from the Wolf, 2 from the Samhain. The Samhain, that is how people should refer to me. You have passed the trial. The beast revealed itself. It was a sparrow, a wolf cub, or a river otter. And no, apparently things can have more than 1 sigil. So a fledgling sparrow, a guardian wolf cub. That seems like a bad thing for a wolf cub to be. Or a river otter that instantly kills anything that it touches. I feel like sparrow? I think this is uniquely bad for a wolf cub. Let's take the sparrow. The inhabited sparrow joined your menagerie. Well, cool. I'm so happy that that happened. Okay, there we go. Now I'm actually going to quit. Here's the thing again. Thank you all so much for watching this game. When you come back next time, terrible things. I can't imagine anything else occurring. And we'll see you then.